Series of multitaskings, one of which is that I'm doing some, if you listen to the fiddle, it's a Cajun fiddle, and I'm doing some chronicling of the adventure of the Acadians, who were French people that used to live in New Brunswick until the British drove them out, and then they went down through the United States. I'm sure they stopped in Brooklyn because you can hear the traces of the Acadian accent or the Acadian cadence in a Brooklyn accent. Like so, whatever. And the same is true for the Cajuns in Louisiana. A Louisiana accent is very much like a Cajun accent because they're Cajuns. I mean, they're Acadians, they're Cajuns. So it's a fascinating story. One of Henry Wadsworth Longfellow wrote a wonderful poem called Evangeline, which is a chronicle of the travels of the Acadians down. It's just a big tragic love story, but beautifully written. And I read it as a child, like quite a bit. But anyway, so here I am doing that on this computer, which will look around. You can't switch it anymore? You can't. Well, anyway, I'm doing it over there. It's playing. Then I'm working on this sketchbook.
Thank you. Thank you.
I'm doing a lot of really small details on this sketchbook. And then the other thing I'm doing is going through my piles of stuff, paper that I use. I use paper, pieces of paper to represent distinct thought forms, or and I use the work of other people because it's symbolic. I mean, I use the work of other people as a shorthand for an idea, So anyway, that's what I'm doing here, and then I'll get up now, and we will go in the other room. And this is my little studio. This is not my studio. This is something else. I don't know what we want to call this. But anyway, so here I'm going this way. Coming into this other room here, which as we go around the corner, here's my little kitchen, in which I'm making rice, a whole bunch of rice. So I used up all my rice. Then I'm going to use what's in here. It's my Iron Chef challenge to make a delicious meal for as many people as possible. And what I don't eat, I'm going to put over in the house next door. So if anybody's hungry, they can eat it. Because I'm always worried about making I can make tons of food easily. It's just as easy for me to make a ton of food as it is for me to make a small amount of food. So I'm just going to make tons of food and then put it next door for people to eat it. I mean, I'm just, other than that, it goes bad, which is senseless to have food go bad when it's really good. I mean, I make real good food. I'm a real good cook. I mean, I love my cooking. I think that's perfect, but that's me. So we have that, and then the other things that we're working on right now at this particular moment over here are this little article, which is if you can see it, but it's going to hang like this, right? And you can see that there's some iconography involved. You see the maelstrom or the vortex, this black hole at the center, in which the little ship is being sucked mercilessly. And there's a light bulb, and there's an obese performer. Alright, so then there's this side, which I'm going to work with. This is a pattern of characteristic vortex pattern of fluid dynamics and fluid systems. So there's that on this side, and then I have this, which says, it's a mirror, and it says "Hello, Gorgeous" on it. And over here we have a guy singing. So anyway, that's what I'm doing over there. And then I got some whole bunch of unfinished business like this. Unfinished business. And all these little endless, I mean, all this stuff is just half, I started and then I haven't finished it. So I'd like to be able to continue to work. I have all these beautiful